SAP is implemented to any organization, and as we discussed that it needs continuous maintenance. Okay, so the maintenance in the sense, SAP application is something like this. Why? Because complete company runs on SAP. So any downtime in SAP or any configuration errors or any user errors, it should be handled immediately so that so that immediately you can fix that issue and company can
So that
work
immediately you can fix
always
that issue
on
and
time.
company can
Okay.
always on time. Okay.
Uh, can you mute Nitya, please?
Can you mute Nitya, please?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So you see here roles and responsibilities of the consultant in a support project. So Galaxy Pharmaceutical, which implemented SAP already, so now they are calling for a quotations for the implementation. So you see here, earlier these guys were called as implementation partners, but now these companies are called as support partners. That means who gives support to the customer. So in the implementation project, when a company and implementation partner both agree, we have started an SAP methodology, right? But here in the support project, they enter into an agreement called as SLA, that is called as service level agreement. Okay, very important. And in the interviews also they ask you, so what is the SLA and what information you know from SLA, like these questions. They ask many questions like this. Okay, so whenever a support partner get a new project, both the client and support partner enters into an agreement which is called as SLA, service level agreement. And once you enter into a service level agreement, there you'll be finding every information. That means what is the tickets you're having and what level of ticket, and as a consultant what you are working, and what is your ticketing process in your organization, what is the escalation methodologies, what is the escalation managers. So many things you will be having in escalation method, SLA document, and as a consultant you should know that information. Okay, so let's see the process. For sure they will be getting this question in the interviews. They'll be asking, so can you please explain your client's support process? Okay, so support process means you need to explain these all things what we're discussing now. So customer, so they'll be setting a help desk. Like say suppose if you are using an internet and you have a downtime, what you do, you log into some ticketing tool and you raise a ticket, right, to the technical people or the billing people. In the same way, we'll be having a ticketing tool. Okay, so in the ticketing tool, user would be logging a ticket, and you will be having the access to the ticket, and you can go through the ticket, and by basing upon the ticket you can give the solutions for the issue. So there are many ticketing tools in the market, like say Remedy, Citrix, Perigny, Jira, lot of are there. Okay, but here I'm taking a ticketing tool which is called as Bugzilla, but you stick to only Remedy. If in the interest, for sure they ask this question, like say, what is your ticketing tool? Okay, you stick only to Remedy. Tell them that my company is using a Remedy and I worked on Remedy. That's it. Well, because practice learning 2 3 is a difficulty. So how you will know this real-time exposure? How you will know this real-time exposure? How to use a Remedy is nothing but go to YouTube. In the YouTube, you can search for how to create a ticket in Remedy, how to use Remedy. So there are a lot of demo videos in the YouTube for the Remedy. Watch those videos and get complete information, how to log a ticket, how to escalate a ticket, or how to handle the incident. Lot of things you'll be having. So have this exposure so that tomorrow in the interview they ask you how you create a ticket, you can tell the steps. Okay. So you should have an idea of all the things. What is the menu you'll be seeing? Okay, let me show you. So you see here, once you go to the YouTube and type like how to create a ticket in Remedy, you'll be finding a lot of demo videos. Okay, So try to know what all the versions are there using Remedy 8.1 like this. What all the versions, what is the present version, and you, if they ask in interviews what is the present version you are using in your organization, you should be in a position to tell. And you should also know what colors are there, and what the menu, how a screen looks. Okay, these all things. But because as you are telling that you are a real time, you should know these all things. Okay, so go through that, have a notes prepared for this, and be prepared yourself how to create a ticket in the Remedy, how to escalate menus, colors, everything. Okay, yeah. So customer, that's nothing but Galaxy Pharma, and IBM is a support partner, say suppose in the same discussion. So here customer, what he do is he will log in. Sorry. So customer will log into Bugzilla or any ticketing tool, whichever is using in your organization, and he will log a ticket into the organization. So what is a ticket? Ticket is nothing but an issue or a problem which is faced by the user in the company. That means he is not able to create an inquiry, or he is not able to create a delivery. Okay, or it can be anything. It can be anything, and issues can be different types. One can be product error, one can be user error. User error in the sense, instead of O he is typing 0, or instead of 0 he is typing O. This is typo error, this is user error. Okay, sometimes there can be configuration errors. So issues can be anything. As a consultant, first you should assess what kind of issue is this, whether it's a configurational issue, or it's an issue with the product, that is SAP issue, or it's a user mistake. So you should identify and analyze as a customer what is an issue. Okay, when I said ticket or a issue, that is nothing but it's a problem which they are facing and which is stopping their business as usual process, which is called as BAU, business as usual process. That means it should run smooth, right? Business as usual. But if there is any issue in the business as usual process, there is nothing but a ticket or a issue which is logged into the ticketing tool. So once they get an issue, the customer, okay, who is customer here? Okay, company we know, right? Company we know, that is Galaxy Pharma. But Galaxy Pharma has some face, right? Who is representing that Galaxy Pharma? That is nothing but core user. He's customer, right? So customer, that is core user. Okay. So but who will face the issue? The guys who is in the front end, who is taking the orders, who takes orders in the big bazaar. That is nothing but the end users take an order. He will face actually the issue, but he will not be having access to raise a ticket in the ticketing tool. So what this end user will do is he will communicate the issue to the core user. So core user at his capacity he will try to fix the issue. Why? Because see, some companies charge ticket based. Ticket based, that means you raise a ticket, they solve it, they charge it. So as I told you, some tickets can be very silly, like say instead of oh they have 0, they'll identify, they'll tell the issue, they'll tell the solution, but they'll charge. Okay, so incident based tickets projects will be there. That's the reason. And see, a consultant may not be understanding what is talked by end user, but because he don't know the terminology of SAP. So who is the best person to understand these all things? A core user. And we already given him training, and he already tested everything in the system, so he has much better idea, right? So whenever a end user gets some issue, he will first raise it to the core user. So core user at his capacity will try to figure out and fix the issue. And if it is a configuration error, no option. He cannot do anything in the configuration error. Why? Because it should be done only in the development server, in the development client, and it should be always handled by the consultant. So once a core user identified it as a configuration error, then he logging into ticketing tool like this. Okay. So once he log into the ticketing tool, then what happens? See, if it is an on-site offshore model, that means few consultants working on on-site and few consultants working on offshore. Or if in that case, actually what happens is the companies will be having support coordinators, which is called as SPOs. Okay, so support coordinators they would be having. So what the support coordinator will be doing is he will analyze the ticket. Why? Because say sometimes I'm telling that If it is if it is MNC project, how many consultants we would be having? 10 consultants. So to whom I need to assign this ticket? Depending upon their experience, their availability, and lot of things we need to check, right, before assigning a ticket. If he is already working on some ticket, if I assign a ticket to him, it's no use. So what the support coordinator will do is, first he will analyze, okay, this ticket is related to which module. Then next, what he will analyze is, okay, which consultant is free and what is the level of this ticket, and he will assign to that particular consultant. Okay. So once a ticket is assigned to a consultant, say suppose you are a consultant, and you see here assigned to the respective module consultant. Okay. So a ticket has been assigned to you as a consultant. Once the ticket has been assigned, clock starts. Why? Because tickets, what kind of tickets we'll be having? We'll call them as L1, L2, L3, that are S1, S2 or S3, or P1, P2, P3. That means L1 means level, L means level, S means severity, P means priority. So there is no standard nomenclature in the organization, in the industry. That means you are free to use any terminology depending upon your company. So there is no specific rule saying that you should call all the tickets as a level or severity or priority, but you stick to one, either level, either severity, either priority. You stick to any one. So in the interviews tomorrow they ask you what is your ticketing levels, then you can tell that my ticketing levels are L1, L2, L3, like this. Okay. So you can call it as level 1 or severity 1 or priority 1, anything, but you follow only one so that easily you can remember and tell tomorrow in the interviews. Okay. So level 1, which consultants work on this? That is senior consultant work on level 1. Level 2 consultant, SD consult, level 1 tickets above 5 plus consultants work. L2 tickets and L3 tickets up to 5, not this, I hope 6 to 7 years this is. Okay. 3 years to 6 years guys work on L2 and L3. Some companies also L4 also, which is like a development enhancements what they handle at this stage. So depending upon the experience and the level of ticket, they will be handling that to that respective consultant. So ticket, what's the ticket? Once you raise a ticket, it should be solved in a specific time. If that, no use, right? So every ticket has some time bomb. Like say L1 ticket should be solved in 4 hours, L2 ticket should be solved in 8 hours, L3 ticket should be solved in 12 hours. So these hours is depending upon the industry what you are working and the product what you are working. Okay, it depends upon that again. So you can see here level 1, level 2, level 3 ticket execution flow, how it works. And see, as it has time, a clock starts once the ticket is assigned to you. And as a consultant, your first responsibility once you receive a ticket is, you should first acknowledge it, saying that I have received this ticket and work is being processed. You should acknowledge it first. Okay. So once you acknowledge the ticket, then you will start working on the ticket. So once you acknowledge the ticket, and the first job what you should do before starting working on the ticket is, you should assess that whether this ticket is really a L1 ticket or L2 ticket or L3 ticket. Why? Because customers, to finish or to get the solution quick, what they do is sometimes they mark L2 ticket as L1 because instead of 8 hours it will be get fixed within 4 hours. But that it should not be done like that. Why? Because in SLA you have very specifically mentioned the timings. So first, as a consultant, you should identify whether this ticket is really marked as the correct level. If it is not marked, very important interview question also this is, if user is marking a ticket wrong priority, as a consultant what you do? So as a consultant what you do, you inform the customer to again mark it with a correct priority, then only you will be handling the ticket. Until then you will not handle the ticket. Okay. So level 2, level 3 or level 4, you will assess that, and once you assess that, you start working on that particular ticket. Okay. So once you are working on that ticket, you might be needing some more information to fix that ticket, or sometimes you want to see why this ticket, the issue is happening. Why? Because you need to have some access to the production server. Okay. So if you need any clarification, you log that clarification information in the portal. So in the Bugzilla you'll enter that, and customer will provide you the clarification. Okay, so once you log saying that I need more information or more clarification, the clock stops. Okay, and when customer provides you clarification or more information again, then clock starts. Okay, and clock starts again, it's the same cycle. So you will be working on the issue. So if you still again need information, again the same process, or if you don't need information, then you advance it to the resolution. And if you after fixing all the solution, you advance it to the customer to testing. Once the testing is done and customer approves everything, he need to close the ticket should be always closed. Say suppose you raise a ticket to your internet provider or something, if you don't respond within a week or some time, what they do, they will close the ticket by them itself. Why? Because ticket should not be open. If it's open, there should be some action taken. Okay, so they close the ticket. So this is the ticketing process. And see, after working 4 or 5 years also, many consultants fail in answering this in the interviews. Simple question they will ask you, what is your ticketing process, but they fail to answer this all process step by step to explain. Okay, so this is how you need to explain. And see, you are seeing one continued here, right? One continued which is saying is level 4. So you don't tell 4 levels, you tell only 3 levels in your project, and you are working on level 2 and level 2 support, you can say. Okay, so let's see what is this level 4. If you remember, in the implementation project we have discussed about some gaps which is not handled at that time, and we discussed that certain gaps will be handled at the support level, which is called as a enhancements, or it can be called as a change requests. Best appropriate word is change request. Okay, say suppose your company has implemented SAP in 2005, but in 2016 they need some new development. So this is called as nothing. So 2016, what is this? Is this implementation? No, right? This is support. So whatever the development activity you handle at the support project is called as change request. Okay, so that's the change requests you will handle separately. You can see here. So once you find some gaps or any development, what you do, first you give efforts estimation to the customer, and if customer approves that, then you prepare a functional specification document from the respective module, and it send it to the customer, and customer approves, then you send it to the developer, and developer creates a technical specification document. Then after he advances it to the coding, and everything is coding and done, he will send it to the customer for testing. If it is not fixed, customer is not happy, then again he wants code development, developer still works on that, and after testing by the customer, if customers approve that, then the ticket is closed. Okay, so level 3 tickets you can tell in your company saying, or level 4 you can go anything, but fix for something and plan now itself, so that in interview it will be very easy and they cannot make out your fresh or something. Okay, so yeah, so once the customer so this is called as either change request, or it is called as enhancements, anything it can be called as. So this is a ticketing process or ticketing flow. Okay, so let's see this. Okay, so you can see the ticket timings. You can see CVRT1 tickets response time is acknowledgement time. Why? Because say you might be having lunch or you might be in a meeting, right? So you need that time to respond. Sometimes you may not be at desk. Okay, so you need the time to respond. Okay, so 30 minutes is a response time. That means to acknowledge. Okay, once you acknowledge, the process starts, and but once the ticket is assigned to you, the tick clock starts. And the resolution time, fixing time is 8 hours, and CVRT2 tickets response time is 2 hours, and resolution time is 1 day. CVRT3 tickets response time is 4 hours and resolution time is 3 business days. CVRT4 tickets, it's not so urgent. Why? Because it's a development and you need to have that much development time. So it's 5 days and it is 20 days to fix it. This is regular business hours on working days, like say Monday to Friday. But SAP is something like this company runs on SAP 24/7. So you need to provide 24/7 support. So that's the reason many people in the support works in different shifts. Okay, they work in the night shifts or UK shifts like this. Okay, so on the on-call hours, that is Saturday, Sunday, festivals. Okay, so in those days, this is called as on-call hours. The time schedule is Here it's 30 minutes, but here it's 45 minutes to respond, and here it is 8 hours to solve, but it has 12 hours to solve. Okay, so this is the time matrix for you to understand in how much time you need to fix the issue. So how you will get this information? You will get this information from SLA, service level agreement. They will include all this. Level 1, what all will come under level 1 and how much time. Level 2, what all will come under level 2, how much time, like this. Okay, so if you are not able to solve any ticket within the stipulated time, like say in 8 hours you cannot solve a level 1 ticket, or CVRT 2, or you cannot solve in one business day, what to do? You need to escalate it to the next level manager. In the general business, also in banks or in internet providing and anywhere you will be seeing, right? You tell your grievance to the person, but if you could not fix it, you ask them to escalate the issue to the higher level managers. Okay, so in that case, how the escalation mechanism works? CVRT 1 and tickets, all issues you should escalate it to the level 1 and level 2 managers. CVRT 3 tickets, actually the resolution time itself is 3 days. So before 3 days itself, if the customer is having any issue, send it to the level 1 manager. Or if the issue is not solved, or if issue is solved but if you have something between 3 to 5 days, then send it to the level 2 and so on managers. Level 4 ticket, if you have any issue before the fixing time, that is 20 days, send it to the level 1 manager. Resolution time between 20 to 30 days, then you send it to the level 2 managers. Okay, then who is this level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4 managers? Let's see. A level 1 manager is nothing but a program lead. A level 2 manager is a program manager, and level 3 manager is a account manager. Level 4 is a delivery head. Okay, see, there is no standard in the industry should say that level 1 is always a program lead or level 4 is always a delivery head. Okay, there is no standard, but you fix for something so that you can say that in my project this is what happened, so they cannot question you. Okay, so read or practice everything what I am teaching you in from my document and everything. Okay, so that you can mimic or imitate a 4 years plus consultant. Okay, so there is no standard according across the industry. Okay, so now let's see this in the theory, what all we discussed for your reading purpose. So in SLA as a consultant, what information you should know, that is nothing but generally you should know that the priority of ticket, which already we discussed. So fix for any priority. Here I'm saying 4, but there I'm saying 8. Okay, that's up to you, but fix. And depending upon the industry, some industries may not be having that high priority. So idle time is actually 6 to 8 hours for high priority, and this is 12 to 24 hours, and this is nothing but 48 hours. This is the best time what you can take. Okay, so what is the issue? Customer cannot create an inquiry or a quotation or a contract, anything. Okay, low priority. Or order, medium priority. Why? Because if not today, I can create an order tomorrow, right? Or else I can convey customer saying that I have some issue in creating order, so I'll create it tomorrow. So this is not high priority, but there would be some issues which stops clients as usual business is called as level 1 priority. Okay, so other request, what you should know, change request, which we just discussed. If customer is requesting any new development or new change or new configuration which is not there in the present system, that means when the implementation they haven't done this, then you treat it as a change request, and that document you create a document, change request document. In that you will be having the issue description, what is the ticket, what is the expected solutions, and what is the approximate times, and these all things. Okay, so support team, it can be same, like say 15 for the domestic project and 50 for the same. You can tell the same size what you learned at the implementation project. It can be. Okay, so once everything, you company get a new project and they have SLA, they will be writing, they will be calling for a kickoff meeting, and in the kickoff meeting they will be sharing the client details, introduction of the client and roles and responsibility of the clients, and share the core user list and agreement period. You see here the change, the terminology has been changed in the kickoff meeting. Agreement period, why? Because sometimes companies have 3 years agreement, 5 years agreement, like that. So agreement period and from what date it's starting. So this is the kickoff meeting what you'll be having. So once the kickoff meeting is done and you're ready to support the project, but you should know, right, what to support. Why? Because you did not implement it. Someone else has implemented earlier, but now you are giving support. So to give support, you should know what is implemented and what is there already in the system. So how you know that? You know that through a KT, which is called as knowledge transfer. KT sessions, you'll be having KT workshops. Okay, KT process is nothing but when all the consultants go to the client place for KT process, core user will hand over all the literature what they are having, like config documents or any documents whatever they are having, and they maintain at the implementation time, they will be handing to you. As a consultant, you have to go through all the configuration document, and you need to do the system study. That means you need to check the configurations in the system also, whether everything is perfect or not. So once you have done this, you need to give her a reverse KT. That means reverse KT means what is your understanding of the implementation. So this process roughly takes some 15 to 20 days, and once everything is done, you go to the client's place and you start supporting your client. Okay, so popular, as I told you, ticketing tools in the market: Citrix, Remedy, Jira, Perigny, lot of things. And some companies don't even use a ticketing tool. They still they converse like with the emails, but you don't tell that. You fix only for Remedy. Okay, you tell that my company is using Remedy, I know a Remedy. That's it. They will be happy. Why? Because if you say something else, if that company is not on that using that particular tool, they'll be really a little upset, feeling that okay, I need again give a training to this guy and I don't know how he cope ups. But Remedy is 70% 80% used in the market, so it is a wide accepted to tell Remedy. So this is the ticket cycle process what we just discussed. So like say acknowledgement and what is what and everything. Okay, the next is status of the ticket. So when you receive a ticket, the status first it will be is open. After you acknowledge the ticket, it will change from open to being processed. Okay, and once we send a mail asking for more information to the customer, the status again change to the waiting for customers information or information. Okay, and the clock stops there. And once we receive the information, again you will change the status to being processed, and after everything is completed, you send the confirmation to the customer and you ask him to close the ticket. The ticket should be always closed, then only it's considered as the ticket has been solved. Okay, so you will be maintaining some issue resolution document saying that like it's a best practice document which will help to put all the information in that, like say what is the ticket number, ticket date, what is the ticket description, what is the solution you proposed, and what is who is the core user and who is the consultant worked on that particular ticket. Okay, so in the interviews they will ask you what documents you prepared in the support project. Issue resolution document, you can tell one. Okay, and weekly meeting, this is one important interview question again coming to the real time. Okay, so that is, oh, as a consultant, what is your role in the weekly meetings? You will be having weekly meetings quite and often. So what is your role in the weekly meetings? For sure they will be asking. So as a consultant, your role is you need to list out all the issues which are pending. Sometimes you need some support from your FI consultant or MM consultant or ABAP consultant to solve some issues, but they are not cooperating with you. Or sometimes you need additional information to solve some issues, but the core user is not providing additional information for you. You will be having many issues. Okay, so you need to list out all the issues or pending tickets from the last week, and you need to discuss in the meeting. Okay, so you can tell same like this. We used to list out all the tickets or need more information, something like this, and in the used to discuss with my project manager these all things. Okay, so this is the role what you play in a weekly meeting as a consultant. Escalations in support, which we just discussed, and the levels of consultant support, just we discussed as level 1, level 2, level 3 tickets. Okay, and just as we discussed, this is very important. If core user is assigning a wrong priority to the ticket, as a consultant you should request the core user to change the priority of the ticket, then only you should accept the ticket. Okay, see, this theory is nothing but which we already discussed by seeing that image earlier. So just give some good reading. You should be enough knowledgeable to answer these questions in the interviews. Okay, so but ignore this. Why? Because as I told you, some companies don't use the ticketing tool or they send only by emails, but you don't tell these things. You tell that my company is using Remedy. Okay, there are many big companies which are without a ticketing tool. Okay, and okay, rollout, we already discussed what is about the rollout in the earlier session, and that's it enough. It's nothing more you need any information about rollout. I'll be providing you one global template example to you so that you can go through how a rollout looks and this all things. So I have some important interview questions for the support which you can answer from this, like say what is your support team size, how you got the KT, Tell me the process, how the ticket, how you get the ticket from client. Very important question. This is like, what is your ticketing process? Can you please tell me ticketing flow of your project like this? And what is an SLA? What documents you prepared? Did you work on any high priority tickets? See, as a consultant, you will tell that I'm a level 2 support consultant. But why they are asking this question? You already mentioned them saying that I'm a level 2 support. But why why they are asking this question? To check whether you are ready to handle challenges or pressure or not. Why? Because you should say yes all the time. You should say yes. Okay, if they ask you, okay, if they yes, for sure they'll ask immediately the next question. Okay, what ticket you handled as a high priority, what high priority ticket you handled? Then you can tell why you handled. You are a level 2 support, but why you handled a level 1? Then you can tell that my colleague who is supposed to handle that is on emergency leave, so it's my responsibility next to him to handle that, and I handled and it was success. Okay, it shows your positive attitude and it shows that you are ready to accept the challenges. Okay, so I'll be discussing this again once again, and I'll letting you know all the things. Okay, and did you work on any user exits? Yes. Z reports? Yes. We will see. I'll share you 5 user exits, 5 tickets, 5 reports. Just practice this, and in the interview they ask you, can you tell me the ticket what you worked on? You can tell what I provide you. Can you tell that if did you develop any Z reports in your project? Yes. What are they? Whatever the 5 I tell you, just tell the same to them. That's it. Okay, and some killer questions like this, like what you did yesterday, or what you're doing last week, or can you tell me one high priority ticket which you handled, or can you tell me one ticket which is the toughest ticket you handled in your career? Like this, lot of questions you'll be facing, but answer is same. Okay, over a process of
Ravi,
time you'll learn this. Yeah, Madhuri, go ahead.
yes, can we get, do you have the separate answers of the questions which you have given in a study material?
Yeah.
All the
See,
questions are there.
uh,
Mhm.
yeah, the idea of these questions are you should be in a position to answer after the session. Okay, I'll be providing
Yes,
questions from certain
but
topic. Okay, if you cannot
okay,
answer any
okay.
question, you can cross check with me. I can provide you. Why? Because see, you cannot answer this question now. What is your support team size, or how you received the KT,
No, no,
right? So
this I can
yeah, yeah,
answer, but from the previous ones, we have few doubts, so I have noted down the
yeah,
question
yeah, sure,
numbers.
sure.
Anyway, I will connect with you offline.
Yeah, why? Because see, these questions are to test your gauge of understanding on the concept. Okay, so if I provide answer, what happens is you blindly by heart and repeat the same in the interview, and the interviewer can easily make out that you by hearted, you are a fresher. But
Mm-hmm.
you prepare answer by yourself, it will be very natural, and the interview cannot make out. That's the reason I haven't provided answers. I want answers to be prepared by you as if you have done this. Okay, if I provide answer, what it
Oh,
will you will do, you'll just by heart, right? And you'll not even have a thought at least. Okay, so that's only the reason I'm not providing the answers. You come up with your answers, and if you don't find any answers, then you let me know. I will provide the answers for you. Okay,
okay.
so what you're doing yesterday, you can tell what you're doing yesterday. Suppose say I will tell one answer, you'll stick to that. Okay, if they ask some subsequent question to that, you will not be in a position to answer again. So I want you to prepare an answer for like questions like this. So okay, what I will tell answer for this, what you did yesterday, you can tell that we got a new change request ticket yesterday, that is actually a gap in SAP, and I'm working on that. Why? Because I'm telling you one gap, and you can tell the same to him, saying that this is the issue I'm working on yesterday. If they ask a question saying that, did you work on any gaps? Yes. What is that gap? You can tell the same gap. So one answer, sorry, multiple questions, same answer. But depending upon the situation and presence of mind, any question. What you're doing yesterday, the same. What you're doing last week, the same. What can you tell me one toughest ticket which you solved in your career? The same. And did you work on gap? The same answer. For everything, you can say that I'm working on a gap. So and so, so and so. Okay. So I'll tell you how to answer these things. Okay. So what is the pending issue you are working on now? You can tell it's the same thing. That is, I received a change request, and that was a gap actually, and I'm working on that. Same, different questions, answer is same. This is the trick you need to use in the interviews. Okay, instead of preparing tons and tons, be very smart and present like this. Okay, so yeah, any questions for today? So that's it, support. Okay, you just go through this documentation and try to solve these questions. That's done with the support. So tomorrow we'll be starting the actual SAP SD concepts. The first concept is enterprise structure, and we will be touching the system from day after tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll have a general discussion of what is enterprise structure and everything, business process and these all things. So most probably day after tomorrow we'll be starting seeing everything in the system, and I want you guys to be ready with your SAP system by uh, Thursday. Okay. Yeah. So any questions for today?
Yes, Praveen.
Yeah, please
Raju
go
here.
ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, actually we have discussed regarding this most probable problems when we deal with the client or
Yes.
while we are working on a system, and the answers to that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, so
Yeah. What's your question?
uh, actually you are about to give the most probable problems we face in day-to-day SAP systems
Yeah.
while dealing with that, and the answers to that.
SAP system or
Uh-huh.
the errors what you will be
I said
facing while
while,
configuration, right?
yes,
That's
that
what you're
only.
talking about. Okay. So I'll be sharing this document to you guys. That is, that means in the while configuring and practicing, you will be getting certain errors in the SAP system. So let me show you SAP SD errors. So I have the solutions also for this, and so errors. These are the errors in customer. At a different stage of practice, you'll be getting the errors and the solutions for that. This is what, right, you are talking about?
Yes.
Okay, I'll share this, and I am at to share a lot of documents with you guys. So don't be worried. I'll be sharing all the documents. Okay, I need to share a lot of documents more. I have shared only very few documents with you guys. Okay.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, I'll share this. Okay. Yeah. Anyone else? Any question? And I hope you guys started your preparation. Please start. Why? Because by today you have 100 questions to answer. Why? Because as you've seen already, in the last session we discussed some 65 questions, and now I have some 22 questions, close to 90 plus questions. Okay, just 4 classes, and just for me, just 4 classes. You have 100 questions. So just imagine 1 week you'll be having much more, lot of stuff. Get this on that. Okay. So start preparation and practice. Okay. So you don't have it anything to practice, but at least read the concepts and try to finish all the interview questions. Why? Because see, as I'm telling that my objective is to teach you 4 to 5 years experience, and you are also learning 4 years of real-time experience in these 2 months of time. But you should possess that, right? You should again present it. You should not be like a dummies answering straight away like by hearted or something you learned from someone. You should present everything as if you have done this. You should give that emotion. You should give all these things. Then only interviewer will convince. Okay. So practice as if you have done this all implementation. You have solved these all things. Okay. So any more questions, or we'll call it a day today and catch back tomorrow. You have any questions? Okay, so hope so no questions. We'll catch back tomorrow everyone. So I'll be sending this video immediately. So go through this and be prepared with the 100 interview questions what we discussed in these 4 sessions. Okay, so have a good night anyone. Bye bye.